We live. We on air. We are on air. Welcome to Nerd Madness Podcast, where it's okay not to be okay. It's your boy Nobles. Or well, excuse me, let me redo that. It's your boy Melvin Nobles, aka The Great. And welcome. Welcome on to the show. Tonight we about to get into it. So this is a spare in the moment, type of thing, correctional officers, our corrections officers, whatever you want to call those knuckleheads. No, I'm just playing. I was one for 9 years, so I get it. I'm just playing whenever I talk about them. But no, so we do have a guest speaker today. Vasquez should be on any second now. If not, then I guess we're gonna be doing what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to remind you that whenever you come on this podcast, I want you to see it as just talking on the phone, because literally you are just talking on the phone. You're just having a good conversation. We are just people. We are just talking. We are just chopping it up. It's okay not to be okay. I want you to remember that. So if you're not okay, I'm going to check on you. We going to check on you. And that's okay. Because once you accept that you are not okay, it's easier to seek help. And whenever I get the website up and going, I'm actually going to have a link to where you to hotlines that you can contact as well. That's in the makings right now. Free services. I mean, I know you can go onto the government website as well, but if you just don't know how to ask for help, I got you. I love everybody. We're gonna do this. We're okay. Welcome to Nerd Madness. You feel me? I'm so excited when I be coming on here. Oh my god! But you know what? I want to tell y'all. Let's get serious real quick. Time to tell you a scary story. Ooh, that's scary. That's scary, and it's crazy. Real quick. Okay, no, for real. I do. Want to tell a scary story. Okay, I don't have one, but it's getting close to Halloween, and I would like to I'm gonna try to make a banner, a post, or whatever, and I want to hear like your guys' scary stories, or things that like have happened, like if you're on the night shift, or if you had a stalker, or things like that. Like I want to have a night where we just talk about scary things that have happened to us, and things that we can't figure out, and like things like if you're a nurse, cop, whatever, full moon, like just the crazy shit that you see. Because man, I'm gonna tell you one thing: being a correctional officer, or whenever it was a full moon, that was a real thing, because you would notice. Okay, I worked nights for a couple of years, and of course we would go. I would go to work during the day. Obviously, get there by like 5:30 or whatever, and I would notice that everybody was acting weird until like yelling and all this. The later it got, so we're like in a cell, not a cell, but like a pod or whatever. And the more people started yelling and acting, I don't know, they're just acting funny, acting weird, and I'm all like, something's not right. And then by the time I got my break, it was about 9 p.m. Sun's already down, and I look up, it's a full moon, just like, and I'm all, dude, I knew something was going on, something, because people are just acting crazy, or like not even talking shit, but like just hyperactive, or like talking about weird stuff. And I'm like, man, what is it? And you just feel it. Hold on real quick. Boston's here. Let me try to add him real quick. Big Daddy. Uh, invite a speaker. Hey, accept the invite, mother sucker.
Daddy's here.
Ah, dumb. What's up, Big Daddy?
What's up?
Say Daddy, and I'll never say it again.
Well, we got it on recording.
Hey, hey, not the recording, bro. Hey, no. Okay, wait, real quick, Vasquez though. I was talking about how, like, at a correctional facility, or like whatever, anything in that field when it's a full moon. Like, have you ever not know? Like, you worked nights once, didn't you? Or at a time, did you?
Yeah, for 2 years.
Yeah. Okay. So, did you ever? Okay, because whenever I was talking about before you had joined, because you know how you get there like at 5:30 or 30 minutes till an hour till whatever, so the sun is still up, and so when you're in your like your building, you don't go on break until like 9 or whatever. I don't really remember. I remember I wouldn't go on break, so it would be nighttime by the time I went out, and I'm like, dang, it was just light out. But I remember like I would just be thinking to myself, why is everybody acting weird today? Like not even aggressive, but they were just like acting like funny, or sometimes aggressive too, and it would just be like out of nowhere. I'd be like, what the hell? But it'd be like add normal though too. So not like does that make sense? Like it wasn't normal things that would happen are like coincident. I'm like, what the fuck? And then you get on break, or whatever, and I'm like, dude, it's a full moon. That's why everybody's yelling and ow or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you know what I'm
agree.
talking.
I heard it's like that in the medical field too.
Yeah, it is. I think it's like that anywhere. Like, you know, because I've heard stories from a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that's what I was talking about before you got here. Thanks, Light Bright. Appreciate it. Appreciate the hearts. Thank you so much. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Hey, hey, welcome to the stream. But, bro, that's
Mm.
what I kind of wanted to talk about though, too. Like, kind of like in the correctional field, like weird things that you've encountered. I don't know, which it isn't fair to you because I didn't give you time to like think on it, and I'm kind of just throwing that at you. But I just feel like that's a good topic, and it was on my head. I was like, man, I remember crazy shit that would happen, and then like
Are you talking
say
about like
about
ghostly stuff?
you said like what?
Like ghost or paranormal?
Excuse me, that too. Like we had a building that we swear was haunted at our unit.
Oh, yeah. We did too. Uh, I worked a lot of high security,
Yeah.
and that's like 23 in one lockdown,
Okay.
and no one comes out of their cells. But anyways, yeah, I remember hearing stories about there is a guy on 3 row, which was where like all the HVAC and all the breakers for like the electricity was, and that there is
Nice.
a
Okay.
that they would see an inmate up there from like the early 2000s, or I can't remember what time period, but I remember hearing it from a
Yeah.
couple people, and I used to not go up there. Fuck that.
Nah, hey,
Yeah,
look,
I ain't got time for it.
I ain't got time.
No.
Nah, we had a building like that though too. Like because it wasn't high, like ours wasn't high security, it was medium custody, but we were a transit unit as well, so you didn't know who you were getting in there.
Mm-hmm.
But like we did have a building, and I swear like it was like whenever I had to go in the closet or say everybody was asleep before I even got the SSIs out. I'm telling you, I would go in there and I would feel like no shit, people were watching me. Okay, everybody's watching everybody in the prison, but I just felt like something was always off, and people would say they would hear screams in that closet. And I swear to God, because I'm all I do, I swear I heard somebody laughing. But then you say it and you sound kind of crazy because there's people in there and you hear like people are laughing. You know what I mean? Like you hear people talking or whatever. But it was a closet. It was our 3 building. And I promise you, there's been like multiple stories of like just somebody like laughing or in the closet or feel like somebody touched you or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, get me out of
Even
there.
even at Rolling Plains, you remember how there is that seg in the middle? But
Oh yeah,
I remember working there at night and
yeah.
seeing like a
Oh
shadow on B
shit.
hall, and
See.
I would be like, "Did I see that?
Hey. Oh. Oh. What's? Uh
Who's that?"
oh. They coming. No, this way. Hey, light bright. They're here, motherfucker. No, I'm saying.
Hey,
Hey,
for real. But
light
yeah, I
bright. We're in
remember going
Texas.
out, kind
Oh
of
shit.
looking around,
Mhm.
even going to like the little seg rec, whatever they want to call it, and
Oh
there's no
yeah.
one out there. But I'd be like, I guess ain't none of my business. Shit.
Hey, we ain't there. Good luck.
What do I look like? Zach Bagans?
You said is that what?
I said, what do I look like? Zach Bagans?
Okay, yeah. We this is not ghost hunters. We're not trying to figure out. Hey, real quick, did you ever find where like Fifi's? Okay,
Dildos?
yeah, right. But hold
Not
on.
just fifis, but dildos too.
Hold on, wait. But wait, but a Fifi isn't that the thing? Because the materials they make isn't that the thing that goes inside of the? Oh, I'm thinking of a Kanika, bro. My bad.
Oh, canica.
I'm thinking of a Kanika because at my the first unit I was at, I've never seen a Kanika. Like even I've done a lot of strip searches and maybe I didn't pay attention, but like Kanikas, I didn't see them until we got to like Pearland.
Pearland.
And I've strip searched a lot of people. I'm gonna tell you like a lot. And I know you have too, but I didn't know what a Kanika was. But Fifi's, yeah, I people talked about them a lot at our unit, but I never really just found one until I got to, where we were working. Like
Yeah.
I never saw it. Like if they did, like somebody be like, oh yeah, that's a Fifi, but I'll be like, okay, well they like make it out of a glove, or like somebody that's locked up, they would tell me, oh yeah, we make like a pocket pussy, but they never use the slang. That's like the real like what it is. And I'm like, how do you do that? And they would just do it like that. But then when I got at the other one, I'm trying not to use names of the facilities we're at, but like when we got to the other one or whatever, that's when I heard Fifi, Kanika, all that stuff. And I was like, oh, that's what that is. I've seen those like a lot, or like hear people talk about them all the time, but
Yeah, I never really seen them at TDC or the maximum security, but I always used to
yeah,
see them whenever we worked together.
exactly. And I think it's because the materials that they were letting us give, you know how we got to hand out gloves? Well, nowadays, because I know you're not, I was there longer than you were, but remember how we couldn't give out gloves, but we still would because they had to clean?
Hmm.
And Libright, give us 1 second and we'll answer some of those. But remember, okay, well, nowadays you can hand out gloves because you have the porters. Obviously, they need to clean, they're using chemicals. So, by some standards, they have to have something cover their hand. You can't just be like, oh, yeah, don't give out gloves and then say, oh, well, it's a detention center. So they get some rights, whatever. In which one of the freedoms actually of being out of detention center is that you do get materials that like whether being locked up in a state or federal that you wouldn't get because you have the freedom to clean, like more freedoms to do things. So they started like if you altered the glove, you have to take it back, but if somebody asks, you can give it to them without, you remember like they were all uptight about that. Now it's
Yeah,
like you can give it to them because everybody's gonna clean and you don't know who's like cleaning, so just give them the motherfuckers because I did
exactly. I
and
don't
I did.
know. I always gave out gloves, you know. I
Oh.
mean, would you want to like clean up a mess that you don't know, like someone else, and not wear gloves,
No, you're right, 100%. That's what I would always think. I'm
People
all like
have fucking hepatitis and
blood.
staph and all kinds of shit, and I don't know. I would do it. I would bend the rules sometimes, you know that.
Yeah, I mean, I would too because you have to be logical in there though. On the real, you can't just sit there and be like, okay, I'm not gonna act like we need people who are like that. I've always believed in a balance, but I wasn't the one that was just like uptight on everything. I was the one I didn't bend the rules a lot, but I did get it. I got around it to like benefit me, but so I don't get in trouble and then they don't get in trouble, if that makes sense. So I'll be like, yeah, you can use it because technically you need to clean. So go ahead. I'm not just gonna hand it to everybody that just asked me. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, hey, I need it. Okay, what do you need it for? Oh, well, because I'm gonna make a bracelet. Okay, well, then you don't need it. Because the way I get away, if you say you're gonna clean, what I don't know doesn't hurt, if that makes sense. Now I'm not
Mhm.
saying that I don't pay because I'm very vigilant. I see a lot of things, but if you're gonna, it's what you use around me too. So if you're gonna be bluntly, but oh yeah, no, 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 you could have said that to somebody else. But next time you're gonna learn, use the right verbiage when you come and ask me. Say that you're gonna clean, and all right, here you go clean.
Hell
And
yeah.
then what you do with the glove afterwards, that's on you. And then when we find it in a cell search or bunk search, that's different. That's within the rights. You know what I mean? But I'm not just gonna fuck with you. Like, give me this shit. Like Brian Shaw, I really collected contraband, but no fifis. I have wait, hey, Lightbright, you work in the correction facility too? Or the prison as well? Bada, bada. I hate being ADHD because sometimes my mind goes fast. Correction is different in Texas. Yes, it is. I know it's different in every state actually, because they have different rules.
Hey,
Texas,
like right the
mm-hmm.
ass checking or the ass cheeks or whatever. We used to make them pick up their genitals and then put it in their mouth, and if they refuse, well, chemical agents were
Real?
administered.
Wait, y'all used to do. No, y'all didn't.
I
Stop.
promise you.
Who taught y'all like that? That's
Well,
not
we
the right
can't
way
put
to
out
do
names on this.
it. You said, well, hey, bruh, my bad. I need to. Hey, stop that. Nah. Did you really? Did y'all really over there?
Yes.
Nah,
Especially
I'm not
if it
gonna
was
play
someone
with
we're
you.
trying to get back at, even if it was just to gas them, yeah.
I'm done. I'm done with
Hey,
you.
bro, I know there was one time a sergeant made this dude do a on camera, dog, a fucking
Yeah, like right. Yep.
strip search 3 times, and then ended up gassing him anyways
Oh my
because
god.
that's what did a TDC drive by to a female
Stop.
officer.
Wait. Okay. A
I'm not
TD.
laughing that the girl got whooped, but
Nah. So what did he do? Hit her and fell to the ground, right? Just to clarify what a
mhm.
drive-by is. Okay. So that way, just in case. But wait, have you? Hold on. Well, I'm not. Dog. Oh my god. Which, hey, real quick, can you hear me or am I too loud?
Nah,
Cause I'm
you're
using the
good.
mic. But hey, real quick, have you ever been pissed off at an inmate and in Winstrip? Searched and made them spread their ass cheeks before putting their. Oh, is that what you were answering?
Yeah,
Why did you say it? You should have said that.
my bad.
Because I didn't. My
I heard
man.
the Telford unit's really bad.
Which one is it?
The Telford unit.
Telford?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't think I've ever heard of the Telford unit. Or maybe I have, but I don't remember because
Well,
I've
that's
heard of a
because you work
lot
at
of
the
different
baby
units.
unit.
The baby units. But the same things can happen at them. I don't understand. I'm not even gonna say baby unit because it was medium high. So and it was transit, and then it was being turned into a psych unit. Do you know psych unit is considered high custody at that? Because our youth support, and it was so funny because they didn't tell us. But hey, can we wait? Do you want to join? Do you want to join the call? Are you okay with Light Bright joining the call, bro? Or do you want to?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
But hey, if you want to join the call, that's fine. Join this call. I'm gonna invite anyway. Look, if you want to, come on in. If you don't, let's call invite. I think I did it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? No, man. How do I do it again? Otro vez.
Okay, it was just easier to call. I'm driving.
Oh, okay.
What's up,
Well,
y'all?
welcome to Nerd Madness.
Well, glad to be here. Thank you.
Hey, no problem. Thank you. So, you worked at a correctional facility too, or you just know people who work there?
Thank you. Just a second. Let me hit mute. Sorry, y'all.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. All right. So that's good. All right.
Huh.
But
She
yeah,
said her
so
dad was a gang. I
what's
don't
it
know.
called? Gang intelligence.
Love
Oh,
y'all.
gang intelligence
Yeah,
lieutenant.
but
See-
sorry.
mhm.
What'd you say about Telford? Yeah, it's a terrible fucking unit. Um, it's disciplinary mostly, not quite like
Mm.
the Roach unit or whatever. But yeah, Telford's really bad. They've had 2 or 3 murders recently too out there.
What?
Yeah.
Did
Yep.
they really?
Just last week. Last week? Yeah, just last week they had one.
Now, was it related to like drug use too? Because I remember, boss, weren't you saying that like I forgot? Was that you who
Yeah,
told me that you said, oh yeah,
that's what
that
I had
like
heard.
the units or whatever, they're starting to get really bad, like with the drugs or whatever, and like
Yeah,
some dude was
Telford.
like eating some space. Okay.
Yeah.
One of them, one of the murders was related to that, and the most recent one that was last
Mm.
week,
Mm-hmm.
that was because the inmate was like, I can't, I got to get a new house. This is not working. He wanted to be moved, whatever. But then he wouldn't. say, "Oh, I'm afraid for my." He didn't want to be a little bitch and say, "Oh, I'm afraid for my
Got
life," or
you.
whatever.
Yup.
So
Mm-hmm.
they moved him, and when they did the move, like he so that they couldn't open it, and he beat the shit
Mm.
out of his new set, beat him to death with his bare fucking hands.
What?
Yes. And then
Man.
what is his name? I forget the name, but it I still have the website somewhere. They were gay, whatever, in a relationship, broke up,
Mm-hmm.
and he wanted to be moved to a different house, of course.
Yeah.
And his boyfriend was like, this shit is not happening.
Oh
So he
shit.
took the fan motor out of his fan and took the cord and beat the shit that killed him with the fan. And then another one that's online, they tried to take it down, but it's still out
Mm-hmm.
there. Um, so he like smuggled a landscaping rock, like he dropped it in the big fan, and then came back and got it from the other side and locked them in their cell. And by the time they got in there, like you couldn't even tell that this was a man's head. It looked like a bowl, and like his eyeballs popped
Whoa.
out. Rudy Delgado, that was his name, was Rudy
Rudy
Delgado, that got
Delgado.
beat with the landscaping rock. Yes, it's really fucked up and graphic, and it is online. You cannot tell that it was a human fucking head. Like all this shit at Telford. And they had a CO. He was in it instantly and blew his fucking head off.
Really?
Yep.
What?
And then Officer damn, what was his last name? Uh was it Davison, Officer Davison. I forget the other guy's name, the inmate that killed him, but he
Mm-hmm.
was in ADSEG. And so Davison was with a new boot doing OJT. And
Mm.
so the OJT, the new boot, got scared because Tracy, that was his name, Tracy, he had slipped one of his hands out of the cuff because they got complacent and didn't have that hold on them like you're supposed to when you move them
Yeah.
around. So he
Uh-huh.
had slipped one of his cuffs and just whipped his arms around him and took the slot bar out of his vest and killed him with the slot bar, beat the shit out of him. The new boot took off running, was scared, and didn't even try to help him. It was fucked up.
That one was a couple of years ago, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Because
Yeah, it
I
was
heard I was working at TDCJ when that one happened. Because you know
like
how
3
they
or
send out
4
the
years ago,
newsletter?
I wanna say. It's been a while.
Yep. It's been, I remember when that one happened because they were talking about he went upstairs or whatever. Wasn't on? It was on 2 row. He went upstairs with the new boot or
Mhm.
whatever. And I remember he grabbed because they changed the policy for the handbar, or you know what I'm saying, like whenever you're
Yeah,
escorting you can't have it anymore, which you weren't supposed to. But
because of Davison anyway.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
fucked up.
Man.
Yep. Oh, that's a good old Tilford. But my stepdad, he retired, or when he retired, he was lieutenant for GI. So I got all kinds of contraband and shit. And my kid's dad,
Yep.
CO. My mom was a CO for almost 30 years. My other stepdad was a CO for 30 years. Um, yeah, so I just kind of grew up, my family, people, folks being in corrections, and then the other half of my family are the inmates. So,
Mm, mm.
both sides.
Hey, you know what? Like, do you want me just to call you by your username, Lightbright, or do you
You
want
can
me to?
call
Or
me
do you have?
Bright. You can call me
Okay, Bright.
Bright or
Okay.
Sadie. It doesn't matter.
All right. Well, right. To be honest, that's so funny because a lot of people that do work there, like in corrections in general, usually it's all. I kid you not, it's always like that. It's always like one side is correction, one side is like a part of the system. Like me, I have family that's a part of the system too, but I don't work. I don't do corrections anymore. I did for 9 years, and then that was about it for me because it was always supposed to be a bridge for me to get to where I was trying to get, and I just ended
Hmm.
up staying longer than what I was supposed to.
Right.
But like that's okay that you say that because I know a couple of other people who are just like, oh yeah, like she's a good friend. She wants to actually come on here on the podcast and too and talk about her experiences. But she has a lot of family. I mean, like I've met some of them. They go in and out. Like her dad was at our unit. It
Oh
was
wow.
yeah, he was at
Yeah.
our unit. Yeah, so
That's how my parents met. My dad was in prison, and at the
Hmm.
time, my mom, she was a photographer, and her best friend that she worked with, she was like, "Oh, my brother's in prison. You should be his pen pal." And so they were pen pals, and then they went for a visit, and so they met in person, and well, here I am. I'm 35, you know.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, a love story. Look,
Right.
happens in any and every way.
I know, yeah, it really does. And I've
Love it.
had several prison pen pals myself, really. My
Hmm.
sisters were two of them. But apparently, somebody wrote my name and address in one of their Bibles. And so this Bible made it like all the way across fucking Arkansas, like 14 hours away.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I got a letter, and I'm like, "What the fuck? Who's writing me from prison? I don't know anybody in prison right now. This is huh?" And so it was just somebody who found my name and address in the Bible, and I was like, "Okay, cool." So we were pen pals for a while.
Damn, that's fucking wild.
That is wild though, and that's crazy because everybody needs somebody to talk to. You know what I mean? So that's kind of cool. It's like fate kind of brought made you a new friend, just like that.
Right? Exactly. It's neat though. I don't know. Prison's just a lot of people don't understand corrections, prison, all that stuff. It's such a different world. They don't know.
Hmm. Like I feel like everybody on the outside, like say, okay, so whenever I was in corrections, a lot of people when I lived in Abilene, they would always ask me why don't I ever talk about it. For me, I was the robot type. Well, beginning I was. And me, I just ended up turning off a switch to where like, okay, if I'm off work, I don't talk. But like with my best friends, like you got the homies, whatever, the four that you click with every day. Of course, I would talk to them about it. But sometimes it would be like I forgot. Like my roommates, I had 5 roommates at the time. Well, later on in my career. And I just wouldn't talk about it when I would get home. Sometimes I would have gas on me, whatever, and I may
Oh,
play around like hit it off me because it makes everybody sneeze. But then that's about it. Like they're like, hey, why don't you ever talk about it? I'm like, dude, that's work. Like I ain't trying to talk about there. I just want to be free because I knew in my heart like
yeah.
I'm not supposed to be there. But they always saw it like the movies, which every
Yes. Oh my gosh. People
just
like
like the movies, yeah.
you get to talking about corrections and inside the prison and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, cool." And there's this a receptionist at my kid's dad's doctor's office. So we were
Mhm.
talking about prisons and stuff, and we're telling her about like the contraband and the playing
Mhm.
cards, the dice made of toilet
Oh yeah.
paper. And some of the playing cards I have are really fucking fabulous. And the speakers that I've got, and tattoo guns and shanks and shit. And she's like, "Oh, cool." So one day I
So
took her
cool.
some dice and a deck of playing cards and a speaker, and she like almost fucking cried. She was so excited. She's like, "Oh my gosh, tell me more." Like it's
Wow.
the movie. Crazy.
It's fascinating. I mean, some of the shit I would find, I would be so intrigued by it. Like, because at first, when I won't lie, when you are working there, and like my boy here too, when while he's working, I don't know what his experience when he found his first contraband, but for me, when I found mine, and I think it was probably playing cards, but I didn't start collect like I collected my first playing card like let me think. I think it was like my third year because I was like, man, fuck it, they don't give a fuck. Like it's not gonna go into evidence or anything. So I'm gonna put it in my pocket. They didn't care. I told my lieutenant, and he goes, "Yeah, if you want to. I mean, what are you gonna do with them?" And I was thinking, like, it's really neat the way, like, this is really cool because this man that is locked up in here is in a complete different world, and he knows he's not getting out anytime soon. So there's a whole culture in here, and like even to like finding dice or like candy, are just different things. Sometimes I wanted to collect, but then like I said, I was a robot back in the day. Like later on in the career, I was like really lax, I would, I just really just wanted to make my money and leave. But most of the time for me, I would find things and I would just like turn them in. But in my head, I'm like, man, low key, I want to take and just kind of keep it as a souvenir because it's cool.
Right.
Yeah, some of
Like
that
it's
shit
really, really
is
cool.
really cool. I've got a helicopter at home. It's made of
What?
yes, it's a fucking helicopter. The propellers,
What?
everything, they spin. The doors slide open. Like he took his time with this shit, and
Wow.
he made it camouflage. It's so fucking cool. I've got it on top of my entertainment center in my bedroom.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That
That
is
is pretty cool.
that is badass. Though. I'm not gonna lie, that's badass. That's pretty cool.
Right.
Golly. Not
I mean, while
hey,
you have a time, you know.
yeah. I ain't never. I don't lie. I've never found anything like that close to that. Tattoo guns probably the like electronic lights are
Well, I
like.
found some like power strips that are pretty fucking
Yeah.
sturdy, and I've got some stingers.
Mm.
Yeah, I've got some.
God damn, got a stinger and everything.
God, that ain't for real.
They can make some soup. Boil some
Hell
water.
no, I would never fucking use it except for like camping. They're
Mm,
really handy, like hot dishwater to wash everything with.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see it.
that
But
is
that's
pretty
it.
nifty though.
Yeah,
That is
fuck
pretty
that.
nifty to have.
I plugged in the tattoo guns just to, like, oh, cool, it works. But hell no, that's a good way to get hepatitis.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God
Hey,
damn.
let me find out. You have to. Hey, let me try this tattoo gun.
Hell no.
No. Oh, no.
Yeah, it makes me want to throw up. That's so gross.
Nah. And then you hear the stories too about some people. They end up catching like virus diseases or whatever in prison or whatever, and most of them can be from either like obviously having sex is one of them, but also from probably tattooing and it getting infected. There's a lot of
Hmm.
different ways, but the status quo, and this is what I kind of thought about this after I was done with like the whole like career. 'Cause you start thinking about a lot when you know you're not gonna get locked up yourself. And I was all like, damn, dude, like how do people contract? It can't be just from sex. Like I'm sure like because drugs are being brought in like needles, you
Yeah.
You
know,
could get
like
cut with somebody else's razor and get
yeah,
hepatitis.
exact, yes.
It doesn't help that they chunk on each other or on the
Hell
opposite.
Oh,
no. Oh no, I would flip the fuck out. Anybody ever chunk on me? You've got me fucked up.
yeah.
I'm fired first.
Oh my god, bro. I remember when these fools used to just throw shit and piss at each other, and I'm like,
Oh,
whoa, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Because our slots were broken. So it was
Oh,
just, when it was wartime, they would just,
hey, hey, yo,
guess I'm not doing this round.
mm-mm.
hey, for
Yeah,
real, not
no.
the
And
slots being
2G was
broken.
doing some shit anyway, but that shit
It
is
was.
fucking dope.
Nah, yeah, I couldn't do it with
Anything
the
we
whole like chunking and whatnot. I was so careful for that. Like usually I would stand back. I can tell. I don't know why, but usually I had a good sense of things. And it actually started to make me a little bit paranoid because me, I would catch things before like I felt like I had a sixth sense or some shit because me, I would just feel like I wasn't scared. It's just that it would just go off like a spidey sense. I'm like, dude, stop. I'll be like, stop real quick. Hey, what are you doing next? Oh, well, I'm just trying to ask y'all something. Okay, well, ask me. Well, come a little closer. Next thing you know, I swear to God, other officer walks up there. Bam, something. They say it's water. I don't know what it is, but I felt in my heart, my dude, I knew he was gonna throw something. I don't care if it was paper, powder, whatever it was. I knew it. I knew it. I felt the pride and saw him. I felt like, man, why do I feel like? Hold on, quit real quick. Hey, do you need something? Y'all come on a little
do?
Hey,
close.
bro.
See,
One.
my mom used to keep her pen stayed busy because my mom is a, and I'm not just saying it because she's my mom.
Yeah.
Even my guy friends are like, "Damn, your mama fine. I'm gonna marry her." you know,
Hey, yeah.
always been feminine. Kept her nails done, hair
Yeah.
did, makeup, everything. Like I used to watch her get ready for work, like when I was a child, and
Help yourself together.
anyway, it was just such a beautiful thing. Anyway, so her pen stayed busy all the time. Jack case
Mm.
after jack case after jack case, and
That's how you're
I
supposed
that
to do it.
shit Ugh. But the inmates nicknamed my mom Cruel Sproul, Dungeon Master, Eater of All Flesh. That was her nickname from the inmates. Dungeon
Hey,
Master, Eater of All Flesh, Cruel Sproul.
no,
Yep,
hey, she was not playing. That's all that meant.
for real. Yeah, no, my mom did not fucking play.
Oh my
She still don't
god,
fucking play at all.
30 years, bro. Wow,
Dude, 30 years is a long time. Been doing that
man,
career.
for
Whew.
Oh yeah.
real.
And you said at the Telford unit?
No, my mom wasn't at the Telford unit. My mom worked for ADC, Arkansas Department of Corrections, because we're in Texarkana, Twin City. So
Got you.
yeah, so she worked for Arkansas Department of Corrections for like 20 years, and then she did like not the county jail, but like jail if you get drunk at the bar and fuck, just regular jail for
Oh,
10
regular,
years.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Man,
then my stepdad worked at Telford he retired from Telford. He worked there when they first opened in 1996. Like, so
wow, 1996. That means he has been. Wait, you okay? Wait, you say your dad is
my
still at the
stepdad,
Telford? Are your stepdad still at the?
he's retired from the Telford unit now,
Got
but
you,
he was
got you.
a gang intelligence lieutenant when he retired.
And that's a badass position because I remember my first whenever I was a new boot, because they'll take at our unit, they'll take us to the different, like Vosky, I don't, like how like they'll take you to the different sections of what everybody does. And I
Yeah.
remember going
Mhm.
there. I used to want to, but I told myself I wanted to do that. And he said, well, you need a little bit of well, for our unit, I don't know how it is, but he said you need a little bit of education. And he said there's a lot of work, like you're busy all the time.
And they'll pay for your education.
Yeah, and that's something I forget about TDCJ. They do have a lot of benefits where they actually take care of it themselves. Like me, I wanted to do the suicide prevention because I was always talking somebody down, and I know I think it's called strike or something
It's
at
like state
TDCJ or something.
prisons, like,
Yeah,
is that,
say
yeah.
something like that. It's called, and I wanted to do it, and I remember they're like, okay, we do this, but then at the time I was like, well, you know what? I don't know if I want to because I don't know if I want to do corrections anymore. Because they wasn't paying me enough to be on this use of force team. And I kept having to go in there. I was like, look, if because somebody tried to choke me at my unit, and I was all like, dude, if I'm gonna do this, like $16 for where we're living right now, at the time, this was like forever ago. I was like, it's just not enough for me to keep going on the front line, and then y'all just like not paying us enough. Give us more money if
Yeah,
we're
Exactly.
gonna die. Because that's how I felt. If I'm gonna
right.
die, give me some more money. That's how I felt like. And then if I'm
Exactly.
gonna write all these cases, give me some motherfucking more money to do this. If you know, which now they get paid, good, for
I
I think
And
mean,
it's
I
it
like
could be
$21.
better.
sign-on bonus. Are you fucking kidding me for real?
So
That's just their sign-on bonus. Like when they get hired out there, they don't even have to stay for any amount of time. They just don't
really,
have to pay the shit back. And I think it went up to, is it like $5,000 now?
I think they took it away.
they took it away.
I
Well,
think
good,
so.
because that's like just giving away fucking the state's
Money.
money. It's like,
Now
yeah.
that's crazy. There's no excuse for that. Like it's like me, I'm in the military, so like we get out. If it was that easy, just not because I got my little bonus, whatever. And if I could just quit and run off with that money, nah, fam. But when I started at the state too, they had a sign on, but it was like I think it was like 4,000 at the time or 5,000 or something at the time, and
Yeah.
they gave me like half and half.
Yeah, it's just
And
ridiculous. I
I
feel
think
like
I
you
got
should
like
give the old heads the
$3,200.
money.
Whenever I got sent on, I think it was like 3,200.
3,200. What?
Yeah, that was the
Hey,
worst 3,200 I had ever received. Cause
bro,
man,
I would have been
everyone
like,
was long.
bro, fuck that. 3,200. Why 32? Go ahead and make it 4,000 because y'all gonna
For
take them little
real, that's
taxes
an
out.
odd number.
Yeah, what?
3,200.
They knew what they were doing because they were going to tax it and it was going to be less than what it was. They knew.
I, I remember like the day of graduation from the academy, we were signing for like the bonus and all that. I mean, you had to sign a contract that you'd be with them for a year. And one girl was like, "Nope, I'm not signing that." She was like,
Oh,
"Don't give me that bonus." And well, you got to take it. So she quit the day of the day of the.
hey, it's not for everybody. I mean,
Oh yeah, no, it's not for everybody. Um, it can be dangerous for some people, you know.
oh, 100%.
If you're afraid, if you're scared, that is not the place for you.
Man, because you put people's life at risk when you're scared. Like, if you scared, go to church because I'm gonna tell you something. If my officer's in there, it doesn't matter. Okay, me, like I said, they're now I don't gain up me. I'm just not the biased type. So me, when they told us, "Oh yeah, your officers first," I took that like for what it was. I didn't like. Sometimes would I be mad? Like I would always identify this. This is how I'm like, oh yeah, you're an inmate. I'm an officer. It started changing the more I went in because then I wanted to start helping. I like me. I've always been a people person, but I've never been like my job comes first. So I've never been like I've never given confidence. Never. You can't ever catch me say that I have. I've never said to them, like, oh yeah, here you go. Here's a pen, unless it was stolen from me because I'm like, no, it's my job. At the end of the day, the most I can give you is advice, and you can take that for what it is. And I felt like okay with that for years. I may have given like extra trade, because it's extra trade, and it's on a day that like, look, these officers aren't doing their job, so I can't do my job. You might as well take it, is what I was like. You might as well take it now. I mean, hell, I'm not about to try to stop y'all. Like, I may say, hey, y'all need to quit, but anyways, to get to the point. Sorry, I'm super ADHD, so something I do get off, but. Damn it, I hate when I forget what I'm saying. Oh my god,
Oh,
Vasquez,
me
why did
too.
you stop me, bro? Why did you not stop me?
Because you're talking about giving away extra trays.
Hey, I didn't give them away. Okay, I had no choice at the time.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. I did it too before. I gave away
Oh,
extra trays,
multiple times. Well, I
I
mean,
mean,
but at
as
least for
long
the
as they're not a
SSIs.
dirty bitch bringing stuff in, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. See,
you're a
never.
dirty bitch.
Never. And I mean to each their own though too, because I know like people who work in like food service or like a service where people who are I remember what I was talking about though, but a service where people have to go out of their way, it people who are locked that have to go out of their way to really just help out your job. Yes, I have seen them bring in water burger, all that stuff, but I started to understand, okay, there's a balance there though as well, because not only they're not getting any like really praise for it besides getting the food. The officer is the one getting the promotion. So I understood like, hey, that's their business. They're gonna run it how they want to run it. It's not like they're telling them to kill nobody. It's not like they're telling them to do it to the next officer. They're just I've seen
Well,
time bring in McDonald's.
I
Okay.
was referring more
Yeah.
toward like recently at Telford.
Yeah.
There's a woman that she brought in not 1 pound, not 2 pounds,
Hmm.
not three, but 4 fucking pounds of weed.
Oh my
And
god. Could
yeah,
never.
so
Could
like at
never.
turnout, um,
What?
like it was loud. Everyone smelled it,
What
and
the fuck?
yes, like you
What
dumb
the
bitch,
fuck?
you
You
stupid ass.
dumb.
So they were like, "All right, well, we're gonna start searching everybody, and we're
Oh,
gonna
they
go
knew.
get the dogs. We're gonna go get the dogs." So first person that darted to the bathroom, hello, duh, dumb dumb. But
Dumbass. Yeah.
yeah, so they checked the bathroom when she came out, and like she was trying to shove it like through the trash can, and yeah, there just wasn't any getting rid of it. So she got walked off, and her ass went to prison too.
But because they'll take you right then and there. They take you right when you step out. You not only because the only thing I've had people walked out, or I've seen people walked out of our unit, but they weren't taken from the unit. They were taken like at their home. But I know if you were at county anywhere like that, well, some prison I don't know. I ain't never been there where they did it. But like I've heard that they'll take you as soon as you walk out like the door, or have the officers, the cops like waiting for you outside the door.
Hey, bro, I know they used to announce that shit on the radio too.
What? Bro? Are you serious?
Yeah.
God damn.
And then I want to say there was this one dude, bro. This dude was like retarded, mentally or whatever.
Mentally challenged. You can
Yeah,
say what you want to though. Excuse me, I wasn't correcting you. Say what you
he
want
was
to.
retarded, and he was bringing his cell phone for free.
He said he was doing what?
He was bringing his cell phones for free.
Dumbass. At least make them pay shit. But
Hey,
I,
but I don't know how true it was because I wasn't there, but I heard they put that fool in an orange jumpsuit and made him walk from the back to the front of the unit.
bro, that's not true. They can't legally do that. That's like trying
Shit.
to
So
embarrass them or
that's
something. You
what I
can't
heard.
legally do that
I've
shit. Bitch, they
never
ain't do
heard
that
of that
shit.
ever.
They didn't do it. They're playing with you, bro. They ain't do that shit. Never in my life, like out of the legally, you can't even do that. Like,
Bro, you worked at a baby unit. You don't know what you're talking about.
I hate when you say that shit. I'm gonna hit you. Don't let him play. He's trying to be cute. Don't.
Prison's prison, right?
Thank
So,
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
I
so
mean,
much.
some of them are quite a bit more lax, like the ones that are just
But
dorms, but still, prison is
mhm.
prison.
Like the Daniels unit.
Nah, fam, don't let him play you. Nah. Bruh. Okay, then why did old dude try to choke my ass? I don't never do nothing to nobody. But I got attacked. So is lax, and I wasn't even lax like that. I'm gonna tell you right now. The only reason why he got me was because somebody was sitting there talking and wouldn't shut the hell up, and I kept saying, I was all like, "Oh yeah," and I was looking back, and oh dude, but he said he was just playing. So damn, I'm about to, fuck it. This is what we were walking. I was corridor boss. I was getting one of the SSIs to come. I think we were doing our ice, but it was like the second time around, summer. And old dude was talking in front of me, and the SSI, what he was saying is that you see how fast I could have choked you. Because what he did is I turned around and he literally put his hand around my throat, pushed me back to where I almost fell, and then my homeboy called in ICS or whatever. And I was all like, "Oh no!" And he goes, "Oh no, no, no!" I was letting him know how hard he got it because this dude was crazy. I was letting him know could have got choked because y'all weren't paying attention. And I was like, dude, and in my head, I kept thinking, well, I was paying attention, but oh, dude was distracting me because I kept feeling like, why is he putting his hand up like that? And I kept looking. I was like, nigga, what are you doing? And then I was about to walk behind him, and that's when he jumped. And I was like, wow, okay. And I wanted to just, I was mad. Well, I was more disappointed. I was like, dang, I slipped up. This dude got me. I got. But I was like, dang. Because I did. It's like you got. It's like somebody sneaking you, hitting you, like punching you, you know? And I
So,
was like, this,
how much was the minimum use of force necessary used to gain compliance again?
we
To get
didn't
his
use it.
ass
We
whooped?
didn't. No,
None.
no. I promise you, we didn't. Nope. Not because
Wow.
it was kind of one of those situations. He said that he wasn't really trying to choke me, and he's like, I swear I wouldn't. I was just trying to teach him a lesson.
What?
He said, "Look, I'm being dead ass honest with you. If I could remember this dude's name, if I can remember it, he was a black dude. He was always like he was problematic, but he played like some of the rank, like he was trying to like getting good. And he said he was teaching me a lesson. And I promise you this, he did. This was my second year in. He taught me the best lesson. It doesn't matter if your officer tells you, "Hey, come up here with me." I bet you, and boss, you can maybe vouch for me because I'm like, nah, you can do that. And I'm always like kind of like paranoid, like, nah, that was the best lesson I could have ever got because we didn't take him to SEG, dude. We didn't. I said, nah, I
Oh,
mean, we didn't call Lieutenant. No, I'm telling you. He called and I said, bro, no. I said, just say it was right. We're good. He said, look, because you weren't paying attention. I promise you, he wrapped his hand around my neck. He didn't choke like where I can. He just put me back and said, see, because you're not paying attention. He goes, Nobles, don't let y'all. And I said, why is it feel narcissistic to me, though, too? And I was all like, you know what? I get it. Like, I get it. Kid you not. That's where it all started for me. Like where I started taking like Like the old heads, because they were so lax, but nothing was gonna happen to an old head. Let's be real.
Right? No.
Most time, nobody's gonna do shit to an old head. But when they told me, "Hey, Nobles, I'm different from you," I've seen it happen, and I don't even fuck with nobody like that. Like I don't ever like misviews. I've never been. If somebody's getting jumped, like what you were asking earlier. Usually, I'm just the one that's like watching the
Mm.
officer do it. Hold on. Or like walk because I'm just like, yeah, dude, that's not what I get paid for. I always said that. That's not what I get paid for. Like,
Well,
but
in corrections too, like, I mean, they're inmates, yes. Some
mhm,
of them have done some foul, awful, unforgivable shit, but
100%.
they're humans. You treat them like they're fucking human beings with, and they will fucking respect you. Like my kid's dad, um, so it was summertime, fucking Texas prison, no fucking, it was fucking hot. So he had
Man.
two Powerades in the cooler. Well, one of the inmates took it, stole it, and so he was like, "All right, which one of you? Just I'm gonna turn around. You put it back. We'll go on. We'll move on. Put my shit back. It didn't get put back. So
Mhm.
the next day, when he came back to work, they put him back on that same pod. Um, and so, dude, they fucked him up, beat the shit out of him for stealing my kid's
God.
dad's Powerade because they respect him because he respects
Yeah.
them. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, you don't fuck with that one. We got you, man. We got you. He's
100%.
like, well, I can't know what happened. Nah, man, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
But I agree with that because there's prison rules as well. So I mean, whatever somebody who's locked up, whatever that business they got to take care of, especially like say they respect somebody or and whatnot. Me, I never really saw a problem with it. I'm not lying. That's why I always tell people, hey, when you try to turn this TV and you get hurt, I'm just letting you know these are grown men in here. Y'all got y'all rules, we got our rules. So what happens when I walk out? Because it's gonna take me about a hour to get back over here. I don't know. I can't help you if I'm not in this bitch.
Right. But think if something jumped off too, like you would
Mm-hmm.
really want to have the respect and stuff because
Yes,
they could say it was a riot, whatever. They could save your fucking ass.
100%. And I do believe, like, I mean, I've been yelled at so much for shit that okay, me like I said, I wasn't one of the officers that just kind of like just fucked with people because I just did not care to, if that makes sense. Like I cared about my job, but I didn't care. I didn't want to waste the energy because I cared about my own energy to just go in there, fuck with their shit unless I had to. You want me to find some shit? If the lieutenant came in there, the sergeant came in there and said, do it, then a switch went off and I'm going to find what I need to find. Like, it's not RoboCop, it's Nobles. And I remember even inmates would say, oh no, that's Nobles business mode. I promise you, it was business mode.
Business
I came
mode.
in. Yeah, hey, because I had these
There's
nerdy ass glasses. I had a comb over, and somebody said, you look like you should be a lawyer. But they knew if it was time, like, I'm not going to fuck with you. But when it's time to go do what I got to do, I'm going to do what I got to do.
mine's 18 volt. My bad, y'all. Yeah,
Oh, no,
there's a CO at Telford that she is such a badass that her nickname is Beast Mode.
hey,
Yeah, Beast Mode.
yo. That means she didn't come to play.
She does not fucking play. She's a trip though. She's funny as hell, but she don't fucking play. And she's this little like 5 foot nothing, maybe like 4'11". She's fucking small, but she will whoop
Man,
your bitch
the ones
ass.
you never fuck with.
Yes, she is the one that bitch. You want to fight? Bring your ass in this cell and let's go.
Oh man, and I believe it because to work at a prison, you got to be crazy. And I met a lot of crazy people who I would have never like. I mean, old people, I look at them different because I've seen people who work in a correctional facility who be the same age as somebody I respect outside, and they're on some shit. Like, I mean, I respect so many people that I worked with, especially the first unit that I worked at. Respect a lot of people who have been there for a long time.
And they
Ne-
deserve it, They've been there a long time. They freaking, and then now all these bleeding hearts and stuff. It's like,
mm,
what I don't understand that, but yeah, they deserve the respect that they're given for sure.
100%.
Wait, are you talking about the guys that used to be there or been there for a minute?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the old heads. First of all, where were you? Make sure that you listen to this podcast because what's
I
gonna happen?
I am, but I had to text Jessica real quick.
Oh, bet.
Um, I just say how cocky some they get sometimes, and how they start talking, just shit.
There
Like,
are some people like that. I cannot sit there and I can't disagree.
because I mean, like they would talk shit, they make people quit. And now look at them, short staffed. They like to preach. They'd be like, "Oh, why are y'all quitting?" And this and that. Like, it's because you talk shit and we don't get paid shit.
Damn,
It's
I
supposed to be
get
our
that because your
livelihood.
unit's kind of different. Like your experience at your unit, Vasquez, was like way different from mine, and it did seem like you had very toxic. Like I had toxic people, but it seemed like your unit was super motherfucking toxic. Like
Bro,
I'm
that's one thing I hated about the rank that had been there for like a long time too. Like
Mhm.
15, 10, 20 years, whatever. They would talk shit to all these people, and turn out, make them feel like shit. And then they sit there and wonder, man, I wonder why people don't come to work. Well, because you talk shit.
Right, exactly. Like,
These
and then
people,
how you're short staffed anyway, and
Man.
people call in, like, call off for 3 days
Yep.
after the set, so they can still, come get their time for that one day or whatever to add to their time so they can take off some more. It's because of the bullshit.
and
Mm.
I mean, like me, I didn't give a fuck. I called in for 2 months straight. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, yo.
And when I went back, this fucking lieutenant pissed me off. So guess what? I called in
Called
again.
in again.
Goodbye.
Hey, but
Oh, I did that wrong. So I called in 1 month. I went in for 1 day. I Then that's when he pissed me off. And I worked night shift, and it was the day shift lieutenant that made me mad. And so I called in another month.
Bruh, hey, it's so funny because I would my first unit I would never call in. I had so much time, which I told you when I met you, because that I have a lot of time. Because remember I told you I was still getting paperwork because I never wanted to call in because we had a good motherfucking lieutenant. Like we called him like he was like a father to all of us. And then we ended up getting a new lieutenant who was so toxic, which was actually the reason why I did quit. And I would have thought at no job I would sit there and want to leave. But one of my pet peeves is a toxic workplace. Not saying that I can't handle it because I can, but I also know my worth as well. And like, I'm not about to sit there and be like, okay, come here. You're picking on me. I had got under investigation, never have been on the radar. That even the warden of our unit said, Nobles, I'm looking at your record. You've never even been across our like. He said across the table. I mean, there's nothing because I don't get written up if I got rid of it was because my tires popped and it was twice and they had to write me a verbal like the verbal warning or whatever. But it was
Mhm.
nothing major. So he thought something was kind of funny and he asked me because they said I was throwing gang sign. And I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. If you worked with me, you would know that's not in my nature. I just don't play around. I've never sat there and played around like that and the inmate would ever just sit there and like act like I'm throwing because I don't associate. I feel like I can meet people in the free world. So why do I want to try to think I'm cool by throwing up gang sign? And I say, yeah, I was putting on my jacket. Why the fuck would I do that? I didn't say that to him. But I'm like, why would I do that? That's silly to me that I'm sitting here and this lieutenant is saying that I threw up gang signs. That how did he even see me do this? I want to know. Because if I'm throwing up gang signs, y'all better let me know. What did I throw up? Blood? What? I don't even know how to do it.
Maybe
Hey,
he
bro.
had a crush on you or something and was watching you. Who knows?
Yeah, like I'm all like, dude, I come to work. I'm
Hey, bro. It's like the second time I quit TDC.
The second time.
yeah, hey, yeah.
How many times did you quit?
Huh?
I think- My
Hey,
bad.
but anyways, oh, what's all that noise, Noble?
I would I had to push a little loud because I forgot you quit twice, bro. I forgot you
I
quit.
did.
You did okay. Look,
Hey, but So the first time I worked there, there is this inmate. I couldn't stand that hole. Like he assaulted me. He got out there, whatever. He threw a little feces on me.
Oh
And then
no!
Uh,
Ooh.
there was the second time. This fool did it again. Well, this is the second time, and I was already thinking about quitting.
yeah.
And so I went home, came back, but I told the sergeant, I was like, "Hey, dog, I'll finish out my day on this pod because I don't want them to think, hey, we're gonna throw feces on him and get him off the pod or whatever.
Uh,
But I don't want to work this pod for a minute. And he said, all right, that's cool. So the next day I'm in turnout and this was like Vasquez E-Pod. And I'm
uh,
like, are y'all fucking stupid? You know?
Mm-mm.
And so uh, I told him in turnout, I was like, hey, I'm literally not gonna work that pod. I just got assaulted yesterday. We talked about it. You said it was cool, whatever. I don't have anybody. And I said, well, fuck. Sucks to be you. And so he was like, well, I'll go talk to the captain and GP, you know? So I was like, all right, do what you got to do. So then he comes back to ECB and he's like, hey, dog, you're going to have to work it, or the captain said she's going to write you a 325. I was like, man,
yeah.
tell that bitch go ahead and say two because I'm going home right now. That's
Now you
fine.
ain't gotta work it.
Because, I got my CDL, so I don't give a fuck.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, uh, that was like my last week there.
Uh,
I think I went in for two more shifts and I would call that shit quits. These
I
stupid
was happy
motherfuckers.
for you.
These stupid ass motherfuckers talking about Vasquez, we just need you to work that pod. Even if you get assaulted, it's fine. I told him, are you stupid? I have kids. If I get hepatitis, are you going to pay my bills? Are you going to pay my bills on my kids if I give it to them?
Oh yeah, yeah. No.
I was like, what's the point of putting me on there if I'm going to work it
And
for a
then
little
if
bit
it
and get
were
assaulted and
them,
have to go home?
if it
Now
were
you're
them,
wasting my
it'd
gas.
be different. Fuck that.
Yeah,
No.
they're really stupid. Like they don't think.
Because and you know what, and it would have been very simple. Okay, so one, okay, I do want to throw out there, like I do know, like when you start corrections, there is a strategy they try to do. Like they say, if something happens, we want to put you on the same pod, so that way they know that whatever. Basically, so they're not playing a game just so you don't go oh yeah, they can get you off the pod or whatever. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna tell you where they fucked up with that though too, because if somebody's coming to you, I feel like as an officer, if I'm coming to you and Vasquez, I know you're about life. Like Vasquez is about life. He's about it's not about that. But if somebody like him who has been a supervisor for them, who are worked whatever you work, and you're coming and telling them, because that's why I was happy when you did. When every time you tell me you're quick, so I'm like, man, fuck that company because they don't care. They just want to be badasses, but they're not thinking of the consequences. Because I think if an officer does so well for me, I know you're about that life. Let me just switch you. Then I'll put somebody there so that way I can digress, or what is it called? Digress, whatever the inmate activity, whatever. Anyways, they could at least did that for you. They could be like, okay, well, let me just switch you, and that can calm whatever's going on over there. But instead, they just have so like poor
It used to
management.
be like that.
Yeah, and I feel like they're just like
Yeah, it used
power.
to be that way.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
know they have all the power in their hands because they work at a
Mm-hmm.
prison. Like you stupid bitch. I make more money than you anyways, doing like 90% less work.
You got
You
Okay.
know?
you so up.
Bullshit now. You taking us on?
But yeah, I'm just happy to be away from corrections.
Me too.
Honestly, like I mean, there's a lot more stories, and actually, hey, we need to pick a day that we do this like so often, because then I'll have like an actual like subject, because we can go to general conversations like this. But I like that we can include more like people in, and not only that, like perspectives as well into the conversation, because I want to and I'm gonna get it done, but we need to figure out days that we want to do this, because my sister was listening to the podcast the other day with me and you, Vasquez. I think it was
Yeah.
like last week. She said it was good. Like the last time we were talking about, like it was very interesting, and I'm like, yeah, it is. Because even with her, I didn't talk about it all the time. You
Yeah.
know, my sister's my best friend. Like she's my, I just don't talk because I'm like, okay. I tell them like, oh yeah, these motherfuckers pissed me off today. Like, generalize it, but I didn't talk about the deep, things or like how management was, which I like some of my management though, but some of it got, bro, it would get so toxic, bro. Oh my god, I had to leave. Like, especially the females, like them just liking like females being on the floor, and it was so annoying. It would piss me off. I was like, y'all need to stop. Switches up. Stop just putting females on the floor. Like, let us
Oh,
sit around too.
yeah. I don't know. Sometimes
What?
I do miss it. I miss, working with some of my friends, but
Yeah,
it
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
have to be there.
No, I feel that though. I get it. Like, I I wish I could say I miss it some days, bro. I do be trying to like I'll try to figure out like what I miss about it, but
Bro,
I just don't
I
want
miss
to
the
do it.
adrenaline.
You said what?
I miss the adrenaline. The
The
adrenaline.
adrenaline. Oh, look, y'all was having me say something. The adrenaline.
Yeah,
I love you, bro.
I
My bad.
do, bro.
I
The
know.
fucking, especially like being on the team.
Yeah.
I miss that shit.
See, me too. And I think the adrenaline, for me, I think what I really loved about working corrections is that semi you can help somebody. And that is what I liked about it. It's not like what I help. Like there's some people I feel like they're just soft. They'll be like, "Oh, well, I'm helping." And I'm like, "You're not helping. You're what do you call it? You're um like whenever you give a kid too much, like where you're not disciplining them, you're basically letting them use their excuse or their action and making an excuse for them, be like, oh well, it's just because they've been locked up. No, you're enabling them. I don't enable. I've never, like, maybe sometimes, maybe I did, I don't know, but like I just never was an ableist. Like I never was all like soft, like how some people like, oh, I like helping. I'm like, well, you're not really helping, you're enabling. You're basically telling them that their actions is justified when really it's not, because could you get away with that? No. So why are you telling him that's okay? That's why he's locked up, actually, because
Yeah,
he likes to he she they like to talk and talk down to people or manipulate, and you're
yeah,
telling them, oh well, I get it, it's because you've been, no, there's nothing for me to get. What I need, no, what you need to get is that you're gonna take this case and then we're gonna be done about it. Because you want to manipulate all day instead of making the day easy. Do it with another officer.
bro. Honestly, I never wrote cases. Just go search their house or
Wait,
fuck with them until they had to run the team.
bruh, stop. I hate
For
you.
real. Because, I mean, you gotta think, what the fuck is the case gonna do to a high security or someone that already has
Oh,
shit?
I get that though. I get that. Rather at my unit, because I mean, like I said, even Bryce said a prison is a prison. And sometimes, like my cases, say like a lot of people they were due to like be released. So if you write them a case, it fucks with their time. Me, sometimes I didn't want to because I'm like, dude, this is not enough for me to just fuck this dude time. But then you have people who do want to jeopardize, like, oh, they're gonna get out, whatever. And I'm thinking, like, dude, it's not that serious to do it. Like, I would understand if they kept doing it and they just fell in the wrong crowd. But I felt like that's what made me different from other officers because, like me, I feel like I'm good with kids, not like, oh, I hope you don't think I'm trying to compare them to kids at all. I'm just talking about in managing people. That's how I'm good with people management. Like I'm very organized. I can tune into how people are feeling, and I'm just like some of the things is just not enough for me to fuck this dude over for another year. And I don't know what charge he has, but I'm just saying it's not enough. And I'm the one that's uptight, so I'm thinking like, dude, if we're really gonna fuck somebody over, they need to be worth it as well.
Yeah,
Like, don't just like if this dude is sitting here like fucking people up, like you have the people who they don't want to get released. Bet I can tell it. I feel it in your heart. I'm connecting with you. You don't want to get released. Oh, I'm gonna help you. I got you. you gonna catch these cases, and then it does add to their time actually, because they have to go to court, and then when they go to court and they see how everything's going, they send them back. Like, yeah, we don't feel like you digress. Like, we don't feel like the prison, basically the prison failed you, but low key, so we're gonna send you back.
You
We're gonna send you
came
back.
in,
You need to
you
do a
came out
couple more
here
months.
first. Type shit.
Yeah, yeah. It's like we don't do. You need to do 6 more months because it's not helping. It just makes it worse because then they get like a full year and then
I
fuck
mean,
it.
if they're gonna be acting like that, they might as well just stay in there, because one day it'll click. Like a lot of the old
100.
people that are there that used to be like, man, I used to be about that life, and I,
Yeah.
you see it all the time. It'll be your
100.
SSIs that tell you that. Man, I've been here since I was 18.
Damn. Yeah. True. That's true. I mean, there was one dude, supposedly he was a part of like the mafia years ago or something like that. Of course, I don't use names or whatnot, but like he said, this dude was a hardcore Christian, probably 6'4". I don't know how tall old dude was, but 6'4", tatted to the max. And he talked like, I mean, very sophisticated, went to classes, graduated obviously before he was getting released. I mean, Mr. He wouldn't say, oh, he would just say like Mr. Nobles or like Mr. Whoever. And even when people would like be freaking out, like he would be in the back like, hey, calm down, whatever. He got released. And there was one time I saw him get mad. First time, and I had been there. Remember, I think I was there like 4 years out of the 4, because he got released my 3rd year though. I saw him get mad, and it was so weird because he kind of reverted to like, and he even said like he was just so apologetic, and you could just tell because you can tell when people are faking and when people are really trying to change because that's their old life. That man was trying to change, like, or no, did change. Because he's like, man, I'm so sorry. Like, I want to apologize for how I act. And I said, man, you're human at the end of the day. Don't like beat yourself down because you had a basic human. I said, man, even I get mad. You see me, he's seen me go off. Set it the fuck off in this motherfucker. Like, set it. I'm like, dude, you're okay. You had a moment. Let it go. You went to SEG. You didn't get charged. We didn't write you up. Let it go. You're good. Believe me, you've been here since I've been here. My 3rd year. And, of course, he was on release, and I'm sure that's why he was tripping. But that was a good fucking dude. Like, I mean, that dude right there.
Yeah, I met a couple like that.
I wish you were like that. Nah, just like, bro. But you the damn devil.
Never.
Never.
Bro, so do you ever see any ghosts or anything in your prison?
Damn, not back to the ghost talk. No, I didn't. But I do got a scary story. Hey, bro, I got a scary story though on the real.
Is it as scary as your profile picture?
Damn. See, that's the fucked up man. See, now I can't tell my story. Fuck, I'm gonna tell my story anyway. Since you want to be funny, obviously we on same energy because I'm gonna tell you the story that I'm gonna
My
tell you
bad, y'all.
still.
I'm
But
listening. I'm just cleaning
one
my
day,
stuff out of my office.
oh no, you're fine. We're about to tell a scary story, so you are fine. So one day though, it actually happened here, like where I'm staying now,
Mm-mm.
bro. There's something here. I kid you not. No. One day, one night, I kept hearing a thump. Like it was like thump, thump, thump. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, what the hell is that? I keep hearing it out there, thump, thump, thump. And I go out because I think, it's the dog. Because sometimes he does run around like at night. I'm looking out. There's nobody out there. Everybody's asleep. Everybody's asleep. Lights off. I'm like, what the hell? So I go back in there. 3:30 is thump, thump. I said, okay, what is that? Bruh, I kid you not. It was your big ass walking across my floor. Almost caving it in, bitch. Thump, thump, thump. That was your big ass walking across this floor. You want to try to roast on me? Let me tell you this. You ever come for me again on this motherfucker?
I knew you were gonna say something stupid.
Hey, bro. I was gonna say something stupid, but you caught me like as I was gonna go say it because you know I was about to talk shit. That's why you came out.
I thought you were being for real at first, but then I was like, no.
It was thump thump thump. It was that floor yelling for help. It was crying so bad, saying "Help me, get him off, get him off." My
It
bad,
was
bro. I'm
actually
sorry.
your belly from you walking.
Nah, that was you, motherfucker. Soft ass unit, you were that. Oh wait, hold on, wait. We gotta stay on topic, bro. Run
I
the
was at
podcast.
the second biggest unit in the state of Texas.
Wait,
What were
you're
you?
at the what? For who?
At the
Who?
smallest unit in the state of Texas.
Cares. Shut up. My bad, bro. I'm sorry. I love you. My bad. Look, I'm just glad that you joined, the podcast. We do need to schedule so that way we can do this more often. Get on
Oh,
him.
you know what? Is Bright still in here?
Yeah, she muted. She just said she's cleaning up her office. But
Oh,
listening.
because I want to ask her, what would they do at the Telford unit if someone refused to come off the yard?
Uh she didn't work there though. Oh, you want to see if they wait, didn't we talk about this and you
We
disagreed?
did.
Wait, what? What did I say?
You said that y'all just went in there with no chemical agent, no team, no shield, no
No, I
nothing.
did not.
You
When the
did.
fuck? Hold on.
That's why I'm bringing it up.
I did not. Hold on. Oh, I
You
was
said it was
telling.
you and your surgeon. Y'all just went in there, and I was like,
Yeah,
y'all must make sure
because
anyone's involved.
no. There's a difference though. There's levels to it. So our unit, we don't have. We knew who the inmate was. We went on there and we dragged his ass off. You even say in your detail, oh, we did it because like y'all probably didn't even have a reason. Y'all just did it because y'all wanted to waste some shit and have fun and fuck with somebody. There's a difference. Not saying that,
Let's
hey,
not
you
say it
get
on
what
this
you,
podcast.
but you said what?
Let's not be
What'd you
saying
say?
all that.
Hey, wait, I didn't mean. Well,
I'm gonna
come
get
for
a
me,
letter
and
in
I'm
the
a.
mail. You have court this date.
Anyway.
Like,
Hey,
I don't know what the
hey,
hell we're talking
hey, it wasn't my fault. Hey, look, you the one that brought the shit up. How else am I supposed to say it? Shit. That
about.
was just my. Excuse me. No, I'm really coughing. I'm choking. I'm choking, motherfucker.
On
Okay,
that,
but
dude.
yeah, mammy. God damn. Hey, oh wait, did I tell you we were having a Halloween party on the 21st?
Yeah.
Okay, I did. Just making sure you know because
Are,
Callie invited everybody. I didn't invite like mine was all word of mouth. So I don't want. It says I'm the host, but I'm not. I just made the the event for her. So everybody keeps asking me saying you're having a party about. I'm like, dude, it's not my party. It's not my party. I'm just there.
oh, Cali. Is she still at the immigration place?
Yeah, but we're not talking about that on here.
I loved that facility.
No, you fucking didn't. Stop lying.
Well,
I love how you said, bro. You tried that.
bro, that place was that place wasn't too bad actually. It was just boring.
Oh yeah, it was hella boring. I'm not even gonna lie. It was annoying because the most you had to do there was argue. Nah, hold on. Knights have more uses of forces though. I'm gonna say that though for sure.
They
Because I
what?
ended up working nights there. They have more use of forces for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I thought because on days it's so busy, and then nights I even told Sergeant, I'm all like, is this how y'all are? It's a lot. Like I was like, dude, it's alive. Like we're always having these sports. That's where I experienced the poop. Like I know you experienced like worse than that, but like that's where I finally because usually we were always coming on shift. So they'll be like, oh yeah, they did that last night. No, when it was nights, yep, they're doing nasty ass shit. I give them that.
Damn.
I give them that.
Damn it.
And that's when I was thinking about quitting, and I did. And I did contemplate it. I did, and then come back.
Bro, do you ever suit up there?
What?
Do you ever suit up?
You know I did. You know I do. Even when you were on shift, I did. Even when we worked
Mm-mm.
together, I did. Yes.
Negative. When I was
I'm
there, we
actually in
didn't
the
suit
training video. Oh, okay. You want to play that?
I don't think we
Messed it.
suited up at all.
You didn't probably until you went to your next unit, but I did. I'm in their training video twice.
Yeah,
Look, not me trying to be like I'm the
that sounds
spokesman.
terrible. You probably can't even hit them without getting sued. Did you hear me?
Well, I know you. No, I heard you. I was looking at your little screen. Turn green and like flicker because you bullshit. All that bullshit.
Bro, so tell us about that. Like the use of forces there at, you know,
I'm not telling you about it. No, I'm not because you
would that shit get loud? Like would people like start setting their cells
not.
on
You're
fire,
trying to be funny. No, see, bro,
throwing
you
up
know,
the SWAT? Uh,
because you're trying to be
would
petty,
they
bro.
ever
That's why
get
you're
like the front
asking.
motors and tie them around their wrist and swing that shit around? Like, come in here, bitch. And the supervisor be like, bring additional chemical agents.
All right, we look. We get it. If you want to tell more of your
Or
story, you are more than welcome to.
would y'all ever have to walk in with the team and have a fucking rolling shield in front of y'all? Motherfucker got to
Yep.
dart. Huh?
Okay, so you can say dark Knight, like maybe you did, but at my last unit, the first unit, yeah, people always shot those all the time. At that unit, I don't know. I've been a part of all of their use sports. Now, if you're asking for me, because you keep saying y'all, but you should see. That's why I ask the questions here. That's why I'm the host. So I went because I know how to ask the questions. But let me tell you this, bigums. No, I'll just play around. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna do you like that. Yes, we had use of forces. All right, I've been on the team, and you know I've been on the team. So stop doing that. Even
Bro,
when you were there, I have been
that's what I was never part of any use of forces. That place
Be-
that we worked at together.
because they had a thing again. First off, boss, you know they didn't, bro.
But what's crazy is I went to a
Bruh.
fucking maximum penitentiary and I was for 2 years. I fucking had zero
Not
takedowns.
nobody cares because nobody they don't do that at every unit. Nobody keeps
I,
track like that
I was
because
just like, damn.
you didn't even like
What's
the unit.
wrong with
So
me
I
at
don't
this
know what you're
point?
bragging about. What were y'all playing football or what?
I mean, we might have been. I was slamming them head into the. Never mind.
No, go ahead. You were doing what?
No, because I want my lawyer to be like, "Hey, dog, what happened?"
not, not the lawyer. It's okay. It's all on record. It's all record. Remember, I'm editing. I'm posting this shit.
Huh?
Huh? I'm editing and I'm posting and I don't leave nothing out. Everything's going up. Bro, I am gonna have a day where I've already talked to a couple of people, but I want to hear like scary, like it's gonna be for Halloween, not on Halloween, before Halloween. Basically where we tell like scary stories or like not scary stories, but experiences, not in corrections, but like say if you work like 7-Eleven, just freaky shit. Because I'm telling you, like bus stops and weird
Yeah.
places, like if you gone
I
camping, all that shit.
When I was in high school, I lived in a haunted house.
Did you really?
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
almost roasted, but I'm gonna let you make it. What happened?
I don't know. What do you mean? Like, what happened? Like with the house?
No, with you living in it, fool. Okay, no,
Oh,
let's Bright. Are you there?
yeah, I'm there. So
I said Bright.
it would like it would always feel like you're being watched and shit. And then I do remember
Uh-huh.
one time I was laying in my bed and I literally felt like someone like laid next to me.
Oh shit,
And I had another time
that was
where I was
aggressive.
working at this. I was senior in high school, and I was working at this bar and cantina in
Mm-hmm.
high school, and I wore this pair of khaki shorts.
Yeah.
Anyways, like I went home and took them off, whatever. And I went to bed, and I couldn't find those shorts for like almost a year. And when I did find them, They were like folded up perfectly, dog. And like my wallet was still in there and everything.
Fuck, so you don't think you like folded them, you just forgot?
And not, come on, dog. They were missing for a year, and then when I found them, they were like folded. My wallet was still in there, and whenever like, cause I had seen something out of the corner of my eye, but I had seen like a shadow on the wall. Hey, hold up one second, Nobles. I gotta put you on mute.
Everybody on mute.
Hold my bad way. I don't even know how to put it.
Bro, it should be look for the oh there you go. Oh, it's on mute. Damn. Damn. I just felt like I was talking too much now. Wait, Bright, are you still there? Hello? Well, you guys, real quick too. Also because everybody knows this is gonna be pre-recorded, but on our madness, I want you to know that whenever you come on here, it is okay not to be okay, and the once you express that, it's easier to seek help. I promise you guys, easier to seek help. So just so we don't forget, like what nerd madness is and what we are about. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hello, are you there?
yeah, I'm back.
I said hello. Are you there? No, I'm just playing.
Hey, but are you talking about your suicide awareness?
Damn. I mean, I try not to use suicide, but damn, well, fuck. Yeah, I was, bruh.
That's
Hey, that'll
good
be
that you
badass.
actually do that, bro.
Huh? What's up?
I said that's good that you actually like try to listen to people's stories and stuff, try to make them feel better.
Of course, because I do care. I care. I don't do it just for like a brand or anything. Actually, it was somebody I was talking to the other day without telling their business or anything, but just an example. Like they were surprised that I had reached out, and he was telling me it's kind of like he's kind of like you had a sixth sense, like you just knew. And well, one, I saw them post on Facebook, and that was very, very odd. Like I'm just like, okay. And I was about, bro, I kid you not, I was about to go to bed. I was about to go to bed. Like I was in bed. That damn cat, Kitty, which if you ever want, come pick him up, pick her
I'm
up.
not. I'm not.
No, it's cool. Like she's yours. Like she's yours. But anyways, but we were asleep, and then I saw that, and like something wasn't sitting right. Like I kept waking up, and nobody had comments. So I said, "Hey, are you okay? Whatever." They answered, say, "Yeah, I'm fine." Well, me, I gotta be me. Like even in relationship, like we about to talk about this. Like if something ain't right, we gonna talk about it. So I got on my computer, actually went to the messenger, and then I started typing because I wanted to make sure I stayed awake. I was
Yeah,
like, I want to stay awake with it just in case if something don't feel right. Well, I did, and then like you can see that their whole demeanor changed. Like they were both like, "Hey, I'm okay," everything changed. So I thought to myself, and I felt like, okay, it's everything feels a little bit more warmer, feels like light and kind of. So I went to bed. We ended up talking about it 2 days later because I ended up saying like, "Hey, I'm going to message you in the morning just because." Oh, you don't have to. Okay, bet. In my head, I'm going to anyways. I'm going to because I just want to know. Not if it's not for you, it's for me. But it's not because, like I said, it's not for a platform. It's not for anything. It's because the way I feel. That's how I felt. Like regardless if we barely talk, I'm gonna check on you because you're not going like you're not going down like that. Like it does get hard, and I know there's a lot of chronic conditions that this person does have, and I was all like, yeah, I get it. Like I know people who have conditions, and you have your down. They call it like even with disorders, whatever they call your ups and downs. And I was like, man, you must be having a down night, and I'm not. It's not gonna happen tonight. Like I just kept telling myself, like in my soul, it's not happening like this tonight. Like it's not. Not with Nobles here. And I messaged him like, you're the only one who reached out, and it's like you just knew because everybody kept asking, but they didn't take it a step further. And he goes, "You were kind of just like," and I said, "Well, in my heart, I just felt like something was going on," and I said, I told myself, it's not going down like this. Like we're not. Whether you want to call me or I gotta call you,
yeah,
which of course I give people. I'm all about bubbles. Like I've told you that before. Hey, I need my bubble, so I'm all about it. But there's sometimes like you got to just break through that little bubble. Like, hey, I really want to check on you. Like I'm not gonna preach to you. I'm not gonna throw numbers at you. I'm talking to you as me. Like if you call me in the morning, I'll be up. And I did. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't want to wake up in that early. I wanted to sleep in.
I hear you.
But I put that alarm on and I did 6 a.m. I said what I said. I'm gonna message you, and I did. I said, hey, good morning. Good morning, how are you? Hey, just checking on you. Hit me, call me the next day. Bet we gonna have we had a 1 hour conversation.
Dude,
How'd you
yeah,
feel better?
that's really good that you do that, you know?
Yeah.
Because, man, I've been depressed, like, I think one
Hmm.
time, that I can think of. And that shit
Yeah.
was kind of hard. Or not kind of, but yeah, it was hard. I remember, you remember that one lieutenant? I don't want to say her name, but, she was
Hmm.
white, short hair.
At our unit?
Yeah, at the
Yeah,
prayer.
I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you.
Because, she used to work TDC too. And I was kind of, depressed of working there. And I kind of just reached out to her and asked her, like, how she coped with everything.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And, it was pretty good, just talking and, trying to get someone else,
No.
trying to get
And
like,
it all I'm glad though, because no matter who you talk to, whoever you feel comfortable with, like once you acknowledge, I'm telling you, once you acknowledge that you're just not okay, like man, I'm not okay. Because I've said that, like I know how you feel, especially, and that's why I like whatever Wright was saying, like a prison's a prison, because it doesn't matter where, the human mind is still gonna be the same, whether the job is for you or not. For me, I felt like it's never for me, but like helping people has been there. So me being in law enforcement in general is probably a place that I'm just meant to be, but it's not like what I want to be, which is why I joined the military, because I'm just all like, you know what, out a lot of these people, they join, they've never worked another job, but for me, I've seen what I can do, I know what I can do, and one is helping people, and I know that's a place you can, and doing good. Like if there was ever a time that we did, if there was action, I know that I can take action, and I would be passionate about it for the cause. And so going back, 'cause, I made it, I jump everywhere, but anyway, going back, it doesn't matter who you talk to, just once you start talking to somebody who's willing to listen or share their experiences, most of the time, I feel like it just helps a little bit. Not that, I'm a psychologist or anything like that, but I mean, some people just are clinically that way. Like they can talk to you and they're just going to feel that way. That there's nothing you can do but medicine or on their part. But you know what I mean? I get you.
yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, that job did kind of, like take a toll on my mental health.
Yeah.
And especially the first time, dog. That shit was bad. When
Really?
I first got there, because it was a fucking culture shock. Because, I was already 3 years
Hmm.
in the corrections.
Mm-hmm.
And we were doing things that I was like, God, yeah. Nigga, we're going to jail,
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
And it was kind of like depressing, like going to work,
Mm-hmm.
it being fucking loud, everybody banging on the doors,
Oh,
lighting
yep.
fires and shit. And you're like, dog, what the hell? Can y'all just chill? Like,
And then sometimes, like, you don't want to deal with it. Like me, like I was.
mm-hmm.
Hey, but like for you, I can only imagine, and I know there's like more stories out there, but I can only imagine, bro, because like me, low key, even while I was at work, I always felt like someone was watching over me, because everything that happened was something that I had to respond to. So I could only imagine, like with some people, or even if I couldn't respond to, like say somebody's lighting someone on fire, I was never on the building, but it would happen while I was on shift, if that makes sense. And I always felt like somebody or angel, something's watching over me, because
Yeah.
I wouldn't go in there. Like I said, I wasn't scared because I was always figuring shit out. I wasn't like, oh, but I was just cautious, of course, because I'm like, no, I'm not gonna let you get me, or I'm okay with saying like, oh no, bro, you're good. You can stand there. With some people are like, oh, I don't want to look like a bitch. Fuck being a bitch. I'm not trying to get stabbed neither. I don't give a fuck. Like, look, we're not on first name basis. First of all, you know my last name, so you can stay right there, and I'll either come to you or you can wait for. I always called it I always said the fam bam, like the fam bam to come. Because whenever I call them, they're coming here. We're gonna wait for them to come, and you can stay right there. I'm not gonna risk it, and I don't want to be in a traumatic situation. Like I know you've been because you got your experience like within the first year. I didn't. I got mine within the first year, but you probably got yours in the first couple of days.
Damn.
Well, no, that's
Yeah.
how they explained it
Uh,
at our training academy. They said some units you'll get in the first couple of days, some units you'll get in the first couple of months. Like just being real.
bro, my first time I ever hit shift by myself, like right after the day after OJT, I was working a psych pod by myself, bro, and
Damn.
it was in high security.
Aw.
Um, it was in a psych pod by my, it was 12 building. There's 12 building, and then there's high security. It was the people getting kicked
Yeah.
out of 12 building that was in the psych program, the PAMIO, and getting sent over
Got
to us.
you. Okay.
And so these motherfuckers are crazy. They're just wild and shit. Well, this dude was like, "Hey, bitch, come here," and I was like,
Ooh. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. 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 You got hit with that bitch
And
word.
so day shift left their slop bucket up there. It's just a plastic trash can full of the plastic blue trays or whatever. Bro,
Oh, I was about to ask you what a slop bucket was. Okay, bet.
left the pod for like 2 minutes. I come back and you just see it glowing in the fucking corner. This motherfucker lit his towel on fire and threw it on the slop bucket.
Wait. Hey, yo.
I was like, what the fuck? And then the inmates were like,
Damn.
hey, that CO's coming. And he's like, I'm about to pop his ass. And I was like, bitch, I'm not going up
Damn.
there.
Yo, I was like coming at you so hard, bro.
Bro, because it was a hard unit. But
Damn.
anyway, so
Yeah.
me and this sergeant, we escorted him to medical
Hmm.
because the fire was like right next to his cell and they wanted to get him checked out or whatever. Because he
Oh,
had
yeah,
asthma.
because smoke went in there. Yeah.
And so we put him in a holding cage or like a cage or whatever, a single
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. Yeah. They usually have those at medical or something like
Yeah.
little. Yeah, I got you.
And we have our backs towards turned from him, and you just hear the fucking handcuffs hit the ground, clink. And the sergeant was on the phone, dog. He was on the
Yeah.
phone, and with I guess the captain or something, the lieutenant, and he didn't even turn around. He just said, "Hey, go ahead and send me the 5-man team."
God damn,
This 40, dude.
bro. Yo.
Well, because I mean, whenever they were checking him out, it was in like the little ER
Uh huh.
at first, and then he was trying to slip the cuffs,
Oh
and
shit.
so they're like, "Fuck that! Just put him in the thing, the holding cage, and let him chill out for a little bit." And so that's whenever the sergeant went to go make that phone call, and he just hear the clink, the fucking handcuffs hit the floor, and he just put his
Bruh.
go ahead, send the team. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the dude, he could fade the gas like really well, and he was like, "Hey, we're gonna go ahead and need the blend."
Damn, bruh. Nah, fam. He said, but why is that something like situation like that? Why is that something that would happen to you? Like just hearing the Cubs drop like that, and you probably like,
I
oopsie.
turned around, bro. Like after because I was like, "No, he didn't." But yeah, that motherfucker had a handcuff key in his ass or whatever.
God damn, bro. Like what the fuck? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Bro,
And
you
then,
never.
so I worked 2 days on that pod, and then that's whenever I went to E pod, which
Yeah.
is like level 3 administrative seg, and that shit was wild.
Was
That
it?
dude, that when I tell you it was wild, bro, it was bad. Like all
Man.
the other pods, like the level 1, level 2, G5. Hey, you stop doing that. For the most part, it was good. Like well, not
Mhm.
good, but you could still see the color, the paint on the walls, and it didn't. stunk, but it's men and the summer or whatever, it stinks,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But this level 3 pot dog, whew, this is where the motherfuckers would have shit wars. Well, E and F pod, they'd have their shit wars.
Hell
They
nah,
throw Jack Mac and fucking. Yeah, so like the whole walls, even the ceilings were black from fires. The plexiglass on the windows were all burnt out.
bro. Forget that.
The slots were, dude. Most of the slots were messed up. Like
The
they weren't
ghetto,
secure.
the
And
ghetto.
it was the ghetto. And what's so funny is EPUD was so the next door down to EPUD was the sub armory.
Yeah, not the sub armory. God, God, what they had it right there because so much shit popped off over there.
It's just, I guess it's just the way they made the building, but yeah, it was literally right there. Oh
Uh,
man, and
yeah.
dude, I miss it. I miss it sometimes. It's just, man, it's toxic as fuck there, and
It was, yeah. I
the
mean,
pay
that's
is
why I
not worth.
quit.
To me, the pay's not worth it. You know.
It's not. I mean, it depends. Okay, so like the city that you live in, depending on the city you live in, and if you're just content with like what you're making, because prices have gone up now, but like when prices were down, like say the apartment that I was living in at the time, and I like because they even remodeled where I was living, and I think it's like I don't know how much it is now, but I think I was paying like 700. No, bro, I think it was like 725 for a 2 bedroom that was in Abilene, whatever. Which obviously, the prices went up, so it's probably gonna be like 1,200 for what I was living in. But at the time, if we were getting paid $21, because I think that's the price now, right? Or what they pay now, it's like 21 or whatever. That would have worked for me. I would have been good, but I just didn't. I don't want to be content. I don't get with staying in that
Well,
town.
what blows my mind is
Hmm.
when we worked at PDC together,
Yeah,
bro, we were making 2113 at a fucking facility that nothing ever happened. You know,
yeah,
and nothing ever happened. If there was a fight, it'd be like one every 2 months.
yeah.
You know,
And
and
if it
you
was, we
get
were
to
literally my
TDC
bad.
at state prison, and you're only making like 2,200 a month. You know, versus like 15, 16, 1,700 every 2 weeks. Hello,
But also, no, Can you hear me?
yeah,
I think I was standing too far from the mic. But like also to add on to that though, remember they're contracting their federal though too. So our contract federal, and you gotta remember though too, they don't go by what you have to deal with at like prison states or any of that. Maybe like in like if you're a cop or something, like they go by your wherever area you're working in. Because I know some places are like hostile, they do pay more. I think that's how it go. But prison, it doesn't work that way. It works by whatever whoever you are contracted or whatever the state, whatever the city and all that stuff is paying. Like I mean, same with cops too and all that. I don't know. Look, I ain't gonna get into it, but that's how it goes with that. So like the state was already tries to budget as much as they can, which is why they have inmates make stuff. They do all that. They save money. But like in the federal, it's a little bit different. They get freedom. I feel like they just have more money to penny pinch and give to us like that because if you're working actual federal like P or BOP, I think they're getting like $28 or some shit, $30 depending. I don't know, some shit like that.
yeah.
But me, I just don't see myself. No matter like some of my friends that work there, and they're doing good. Don't get me wrong, they're doing great. But I don't see myself being stuck and having to be in a city when I can work for myself and be have unlimited income and I don't got to worry about like if say the government wants to drop the pay for federal or whatever to back to 25 or some shit. I don't want to do that. Like, you know what I mean? Because that's what they did with the state. They gave them a raise, but it wasn't because what they were going through. It's because it's like what the people deserve. It's what the people deserve. I
I just
guarantee
feel
they
like
don't give a fuck.
I just feel like it could still be more.
100%. Now that I do agree with you because you are right. Like people are getting like have PTSD, all that shit. Which by the way, we are still gonna talk about these days. We're gonna do like our prison podcast so we can talk about these different subjects as well because that's a whole nother subject. I bit my lip, bro. Ow. Ow. But anyway, but we can talk all day about that, like on the real. Like that's a real like thing. Oh my god. Which
Mm-mm.
I gotta go to the bathroom though too. Look, hey, real quick. So for now, I'm about to call you after this real quick. I'm gonna text you. Well, I'll call you real quick after this. But we're gonna go ahead and end it right here, bro. So that way, just we're gonna end it real quick right here, and then I'm gonna call you in a sec because I really gotta go to the bathroom and I can't hold it anymore.
All right,
But
bye.
I'm gonna do my ending statement. Okay, so anyways. But anyways, you guys, this is Nobles Great with Third Madness. Okay, I feel corny every time you're on this bitch. But anyways, it's your boy Nobles Great with Nerd Madness Podcast. And remember, it's okay not to be okay. I want to thank everybody who did come onto the show tonight and talk to us about the correction officer. You feel me? That was lit. That was fun. We're gonna do it again, actually, you guys. So,
Hello?
Bright, is that you?
No, she left.
Oh, I heard somebody say hello.
That was my daughter.
Oh, not little mama over here. Hi, mamas. But yeah, I heard a hello. But yeah, I know it said she left, and then it said she was back on. I don't know how this works, but anyways,
Hey, next time I don't mean to cut off your little ending, but
see,
we need to talk about some fucking gory stories, dog.
we will, bro. I'm gonna call you, and we're gonna figure this shit out. All right,
Okay,
let me
but
end this shit. I love
all
you.
right,
All right.
all right.
Uh,
Look,
Did you just hang up?
no, I'm still here. I'm waiting for you to
Yeah.
say bye.
Make sure you say. I want people to know I love you, bro. Say it back. I love you, bro.
I love
Make
you,
it.
daddy.
All right, bro. I'm not to end it right now. All right. Thank you for your thank you. Say it. Whatever. Bye, y'all. Bye.
Bye.